When do you recommend is the perfect date to take the SAT?
It depends on how much you have prepared for the SAT. I definitely do not recommend that students do the SAT without any practice. The first SAT is available at the beginning of May. So the idea would be to do the SAT on the first week of May. And then students who do the SAT in May will also have the possibility of a second SAT at the beginning of June. And by vacation, they will already have 2 SATs. Some students say that it is not convenient to retake the test in June since they will not have any time to prepare for the June test. That is true, but in some cases students get a little bit nervous for the May test, and on the June test they perform slightly better. It depends on how the students feel. But you also need to consider that the registration deadline for the June test, that by registration deadline you will not yet have the May scores. So don't wait to see the scores to register for the June test. You need to decide what is going to be your strategy with these tests beforehand.
And when should the TOEFL test be taken?
The TOEFL test should be taken during vacation, during July. The idea is to leave TOEFL behind. Do 1 or 2 practice tests for the TOEFL and register for the TOEFL in July. Many universities will waive the TOEFL. But if you are applying to at least one university that requires the TOEFL, then you need to take this test. Now, I strongly encourage students to include the TOEFL, although it is very expensive, and despite the fact that many universities will waive it, it's always very convenient to take the TOEFL.